Suppose you're here because Bellerian has been kiting your ass from here to Mars. Let's crush her. Her MO is creating various damage zones and summoning cycles to inflict elemental damage upon you. It's really very difficult to plan for this by equipping an accessory that is tied to protecting you from one element, because she will not use any one element. She uses flame, she uses earth, she protects herself with a water shield, she will use hallucinations to restrict your vision. So how do we go about this? Suggested attacks include Whirlwind with Sword Dance level 3 on both, and Wind Kata if you are using the dual wield. I use the dual wield to get through the fight, so that's what I'm most comfortable to talk about. You need to keep your spirit as high as possible, and you need Wind Kata to close the distance, and once you're on her, you use Whirlwind with Sword Dance to inflict damage when possible. She is a humanoid boss, which means that she will regenerate her stamina. There is no two ways about it. When she becomes overly aggressive though, she will eat through her own stamina pretty quickly. That's when you have to capitalize on the opening and push in the attack. For the first 50% of her HP, she will just be doing this, dancing in the air, summoning various kinds of shit, which you have to avoid, and close the distance to inflict as much damage as possible. There's an ebb and flow to this. Eventually you will get used to it, and remember, very important, most of her summonings can be interrupted. As you can see here, I just cancelled her spell, if you keep on her like a tick and keep hammering her. Here I was hit by one of the skulls and lost most of my vision. When you get her to 50%, like you see right here, you're in for a world of hurt, because this is when she starts summoning actual units, and this is where the Sword Dance actually comes into play. Sword Dance will spread damage around the main target and hit the main target for additional damage. So these smaller summons that you will get in the fight will actually be auto-dissipated by your own ability. You do not have to go to them one by one and damage them. When you break her shield, you'll see a slow-mo effect, and she will momentarily become vulnerable. She will just lose her shit for a moment, and you can go in and damage her without much fuss. I highly recommend you also stick to stamina A, don't wear heavy stuff. Ability to move and hunt her down is paramount in this fight, and when she finally goes real low health-wise, that's when she will start becoming more focused on summoning stuff to stop you. There are various qualities to those summons. You can fight dogs, you can fight archers, you can fight claymore wielding enemies, but the worst part by far is when she summons a Reaper. Up until the point where the Reaper comes into the equation, everything is pretty manageable. All her attacks are pretty well telegraphed, and dealing with them is pretty manageable. The Reaper is what you wanna avoid. Here, as you can see, as I see her health going down, I keep the pressure up even more intently, because I know that if the shit hits the fan with the summon, I will be in a world of hurt. Also, for your Phantom form, don't forget that the Katana draw is a super powerful ability, especially if you change to the charged version. Here I had enough of her, just changed the Phantom, used a charged slash with the Katana, and wrapped it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this was helpful. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. I'm streaming and covering Khazan in great detail. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!